What's up, StarCraft 2 fans? This is Lasercorn with Mahalo Video Games, bringing you another cast from the MLG 2010 that happened in Dallas. This time around, we've got 6 Jack's Vibe, or Vibe as we will be calling him, against TT1, the dreaded Protoss player. And if you saw the last game I posted, you would know, I'm going to spoil it for you guys, that TT1 won. He defeated his opponent on Metalopolis, and now we're here on Xel'Naga Caverns to see if he can do it again. Last time Vibe took the gold expansion and seemed to be in a good position, but just kept losing troops to kind of poorly executed attacks, I would say, that ended up leaving him with losses, but not doing a lot of damage. And we had a very, very fast expand from TT1 last time, taking his expansion before the Zerg even got his expansion down. So it was an interesting game. And guys, I'm going to take a minute to plug the Lasercorn challenge that I've been talking about. If you email lasercorn@mahalo.com with your Battle.net character name and number, I will be going through those emails and picking one at random and playing that person for a $40 gift card to GameStop. And if you lose, I will be making fun of you and then posting the game on YouTube as I cast it. So, make sure and send me your your character code to lasercorn@mahalo.com if you think you can beat me. It actually shouldn't be that hard. I'm not like a pro or anything, so yeah. Looks like we got TT1 throwing down his gateway here, maybe going for that partial block off that Protoss like to do, where they've got one Zergling watching the gate, or the little gap. I'm sorry, not one Zergling, one Zealot that stands at the gap of the buildings and falls off. This probe here, very brave, attacking a hatchery. Don't see that every day. But with that, what does it have? A particle beam. It'll take years to get through that hatchery's thick, gooey carapace. And it looks like Vibe just kind of keeping an eye on that expansion, making sure no sneaky pylons are going down. But he may be disappointed in a second. Or maybe that probe's just going to hang out there. Probe hanging out there also blocks the natural. But the probe has come back and run into some Zerglings, and oh, no particle beam that time, just death to the probe. And there we go, yes, TT1 does have that little gap right there being watched by a Zealot. And he's chrono boosting the warp gate technology so that he can warp his units anywhere there's pylon power. It's a good ability to have. And this is looking a little bit more like a straightforward Zerg versus Protoss game, where we see the Zerg expanding first, and then the Protoss kind of will be on one base for a little while. So the natural order has been restored. Got a sentry out now for TT1. Can zap those Zerglings before they even get close enough to do any damage to this Zealot or these surrounding buildings. And what do we have here? More warp gates coming out for TT1. Almost, we're on to be a 3-gate soon, I guess. Or right now they're just gateways, but they can be warp gates pretty soon. How are we on that technology? Almost done. Almost done. Zerglings with metabolic boost now, scurrying around the map with their increased speed. Little winglings. And they are going to, oh, maybe engage these units. Oh, trying to get us around on this Zealot if they can. That would be good news for the Zerg player, but no, it looks like some force fields go down, prevent this round. And that is a very sentry-heavy army that we've got there from TT1. So we've seen a lot of force fields and guardian shields and stuff like that. I've yet to see too many pros use Hallucinate. That would be fun. Army of imaginary Colossus marching on the Zerg. TT1, if you're listening, do as I command. And the sentries taking pot shots at the Zerglings. See, Vibe did this last game too, where he does a lot of running around and kind of fake pseudo harass where he doesn't actually do any damage. He just kind of gets a couple of his units shot at. And here we go, we're going to have an attack. The Zergling's trying to get us around, force field going up, and it looks like these units are going to be able to create good choke points for the Protoss and maybe stop the Zerglings, although it looks like the Zerglings might take the day. It's going to be a very close battle, coming down to just 5 Zerglings left, 3 of them very wounded, and there are 3 more Protoss that came, Zealots that came to reinforce. Now it looks like 5 knocking on that door. So yeah, that was interesting. I think both players lost an even amount of troops in that last battle, or at least an even cost. Let's see what we're. Wow, the Zerg player definitely ahead in his mineral intake, and should be going after those probes. Oh, the Protoss player's cut himself off and cut these probes off, leaving them open to the destruction of the Zerglings, and they should all go down. I don't know why he ran away there for a second. Take out all those probes. There you go. And now it looks like the Zerg player might be... Oh, Protoss player cuts himself off. And wow, that's a lot of Zerglings. And good surround by these Zerglings, getting these sentries and zealots. And TT1 knows he's in trouble. He's bringing in probes now to try and reinforce. A stalker warping in. And will these Zerglings be able to take down this army? Wow. This Protoss unit's just so strong. And with those shields, hard to take down. But that was very good surround by Vibe. And Banelings now being morphed in right behind these hedges. TT1 cannot see past these hedges unless he moves a unit over here. And he does not know that Banelings are coming, probably to get in this mineral line and destroy all these probes, which they will. Uh-oh. Here they come. And the probe's running away. Force field's going down to try and cut off those Banelings. Wow. Wow, great play by TT1. Excellent awareness, and those Banelings get nothing. Nothing for the Banelings. Ventral Sacks and Pneumatized Carapace coming in, and that can only mean one thing, and that is a Doom Drop. Our Zerg player is going to load up Overlords, probably with Speedlings, and drop onto the base of the Protoss, bypassing this gate at the front and just dropping right into the main. And we'll try to destroy all those production buildings and miners. And ooh, Zergling's getting cut off again. That's what I said about Vibe. He has to watch those attacks where he does nothing but lose troops, because he can't keep doing that. He is going to get behind in the unit count, and it's just not a good thing. Although, wow, look at the resource difference between units lost for the Zerg player and units lost for TT1. TT1 way behind in units lost, or ahead, I guess. He's lost more units, judging by resources. We've got some Banelings being morphed in up here. 17 on the production tab. Wow. This is going to be a Baneling Doom Drop, and this is going to be epic if he pulls this off. I hate to use the word because it's so overused, but I mean, if these Banelings get into the main, they are going to just destroy everything in acid, and it's going to be awesome. Meanwhile, a 3rd expansion going up as well. Here comes this Doom Drop. I wonder if TT1 has any idea that this is coming. He does seem to be on the verge of moving out, and he's got a probe up there. I don't see any observers wandering around the map yet. And no, these Overlords have to get out of there. If they die, they lose their entire payload of Banelings. And he's going to try and drop on this large army. And here comes the Baneling bombs. Wow, just pouring out of there, doing a lot of damage to those Zealots, and some damage to the Stalkers too. And the Roaches clean up anything the Banelings didn't kill, and now these Stalkers are on the run. He has better get back to base and warp in some more reinforcements. Otherwise, this Roach Zealot army, or Zergling army that is nipping at their heels will run everything. But wow, great attack from Vibe. That was intense. Kind of reminiscent of Fruit Dealer's Baneling bombs that he likes to drop on opponents. Wow, great play out of Vibe. I've never heard of him really before the MLG, but with play like that, I can see why he was picked to be in the tournament. And it looks like a lot of Stalkers and Zealots working in here for TT1. And here come the Roaches. Roaches gonna kind of get cut off, and more Overlords loaded, of course, with Banelings. Banelings being dropped on these Stalkers and Sentries and Zealots, and wow, a lot of damage being done. More Zealots warping in. He really should have attacked those guys while they were warping in instead of taking pot shots at the buildings, but still, I still think he has the upper hand in this attack. He's got to take down that cannon. Excellent. And now the probes coming out to attack too. TT1 knows he's in trouble. He was bringing out those probes and these Stalkers to try and chase off this Roach army, but it is not happening. The Roaches are on creep that's being cooped from these Overlords, and they are just wrecking everything. Probes having to come off the mineral line again. And when the probes do come out, they seem to be able to drive back the Roaches temporarily, but they do come right back. And whoa, 2 Zealots being picked off right there. An Immortal out on the field. Immortals do very well against Roaches, but will it be enough? He has lost a lot of drones, and those Roaches moving in to, oh, they took a couple shots at the Forge. Now they're going after the, they should be targeting, focus firing this Immortal, and there they go. If they take out that Immortal, then they will have a definite advantage here. Another Zealot going down. TT1 trying desperately to warp in more cannons to deal with this ever-advancing army. Zerglings now flooding into the expansion, and that is all for TT1. Wow, intense game. Excellent play by Vibe. Hey guys, what's up? This is LaserCoin. I just want to remind you to subscribe, comment, and rate these videos. Also, if you have any requests for videos you want to see or just want to say what's up, send that over to requests@mahalo.com. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.